In a deep pit, a woman takes off her pants, and a man glances at her, immediately walking over to pick up her pants and quickly taking off his own. But then, he puts on his shoes, picks up both pairs of pants, walks over to the water pit, and puts the pants in the water.
Niye paltarları ıslatırsan?
Yaş olanda cırılma ihtimali az olur.
Getting them completely wet. When the pants are thoroughly soaked, he goes to a pile of sticks, takes the belt off the pants, and tightly ties two thick sticks together with it. Finally, he picks up the pants and ties them securely to the sticks, with everything ready. The man looks up at the 5-meter-high wall in front of him, picks up the stick and throws it with all his strength towards the top of the wall. However, the stick slips down, but the man doesn't give up. He grits his teeth and throws the stick again with all his strength. This time, the stick lands on the edge of the deep pit like a bridge. The man quickly checks if it's safe, puts one foot on the wall, and climbs up with all his might. The smooth wall makes it difficult for the man to climb each step, and the stick on the wall gradually bends, but the man speeds up, using both hands and feet to climb up with all his strength. Just as he's about to reach the edge of the deep pit, his foot slips, and his right leg hits the wall heavily. The man screams in pain and can only hold on tightly with both hands to the intense pain that suddenly appears. He falls to the ground and keeps moaning. The woman rushes over to check, but what she sees makes her gasp for breath. There is a gruesome wound on the man's right leg, and a large piece of flesh is missing from his knee. Seeing the seriousness of the situation, the woman doesn't hesitate and immediately tears off a piece of cloth from the stick, wets it in the water, and presses it onto the man's wound. However, her actions not only fail to ease the man's pain but also make her even more distressed. She is at a loss for what to do and can only stand there dumbfounded. To make matters worse, just as she's busy wrapping the wound for the man, it suddenly starts raining, and the water in the deep pit begins to rise. The woman can't swim and is suddenly terrified, afraid that she will drown in the deep pit. But the man opens his arms and laughs heartily, watching the water pouring into the pit without panic. He calmly takes the woman to one end of the deep pit, and takes her to a high place to wait quietly. Soon, the water level rises, and the man is worried that the woman can't swim, so he wants her to grab a branch hanging down. However, at that moment, the woman slips and falls heavily into the water. Struggling and on the verge of drowning, the man becomes extremely anxious and immediately jumps into the water, struggling to get to the woman's side and tightly holding onto her. The two of them stay in the waist-deep water, suffering